Dear friends and valued viewers, welcome back to Bible Brain Teaser channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider to do so. Also, type Amen to show your love and faith to Lord. Amen. Today, we have 20 quizzes about life of Abraham in the Bible. Let's get started. Question 1. What did Abraham do annually to commemorate God's covenant pertaining to his descendants and the land? A. Offered a sacrifice of 10 lambs. B. Built an altar to God. C. Circumcised all the males in his household. D. Hosted a feast with strangers and the needy. Time to think. The correct answer is letter C. Genesis 17:10. Now this is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you, and thy seed after thee. Every man-child among you shall be circumcised. Question 2. To whom did God say, I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him? Regarding Abraham's descendant: A. Isaac. B. Ishmael. C. Jacob. D. Joseph. Time to think. The right answer is letter Genesis 17:19. And God said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. Question 3. What did Abraham say to King Abimelech when he reproached him for Sarah, saying she was his sister? A. Indeed, I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will kill me for my wife's sake. B. She is truly my sister, the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. C. God has caused me to wander from my father's house. Hence I said to her, this kindness you can do for me at every place we go. Say of me, he is my brother. D. Both A and B are correct. The right answer is letter D. Genesis 22:2. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. Verse 11. And Abraham said, because I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. Question 4. How many sons did Abraham have with Keturah? A. 7. B. 6. C. 8. D. 5. Time to think. The right answer is letter B. Genesis 25:1-2. Then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Ziman and Jan and Midan and Median and Ishak and Shua. Question 5. What was the reason Abraham gave for Sarah to say she was his sister when they went into Egypt? A. Because he feared she would be taken away by the Pharaoh, and he would be killed. B. To gain favor and riches from the Pharaoh. C. As part of a ritual tradition. D. Sarah mistakenly told people she was his sister. Time to think. The right answer is letter Genesis 12:12. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, this is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Question 6. What did Abraham name the place where he was prepared to sacrifice Isaac in recognition of God's provision? A. Eli. B. Jehovah-Jireh. C. Bethel. D. Mara. Time to think. The correct answer is letter B. Genesis 20:14. And Abraham called the name of that place Jehovah-Jireh, as it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. Question 7. What was the significant feature of the covenant God made with Abraham, ensuring it would be a sign between them for generations? A. Offering of sacrifices. B. Building a temple. C. Circumcision. D. A rainbow in the sky. Time to think. The correct answer is letter C. Genesis 17:2-1. And you shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. Question 8. Who did Abraham rescue after they were taken captive? By King Chedorlaomer and his allies. A. Isaac. B. Lot. C. Ishmael. D. Sarah. Time to think. The right answer is letter B. Genesis 14:14-16. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants born in his own house 318, and pursued them unto Dan, and he divided himself against them, he and his servants by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damas. Question 9. What did Abraham say to God in concern for the righteous living in Sodom? If the city were to be destroyed. A. Will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked? B. Shall not the judge of all the earth do what is just? C. If I find 50 righteous in the city, I will spare the whole place for their sake. D. Perhaps there are 50 righteous within the city. Time to think. Letter A is the right answer. Genesis 18:23. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Question 10. How did Abraham respond when Sarah suggested that he should have a child with her servant Hagar to fulfill God's promise of offspring? A. He refused, insisting on waiting for a child with Sarah. B. He laughed and did not believe it was possible. C. He agreed and had a son named Ishmael with Hagar. D. He left the decision to God and prayed for guidance. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Genesis 16:2-2. And Sarai said unto Abram, Behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee go in unto my maid, it may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. Question 11. What did God provide to Abraham on the mountain as a sign of provision during the sacrifice of Isaac? A. A ram. B. A dove. C. A lamb. D. An eagle. Time to think. The right answer is letter Genesis 22:13. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. Question 12. How many years did Abraham live before he passed away? A. 175 years. B. 150 years. C. 120 years. D. 200 years. Time to think. The right answer is letter A. Genesis 25:7. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life which he lived, and 60 years. Question 13. What did Abraham do after his wife Sarah died? A. Married immediately. B. Traveled to a distant land. C. Mourned and wept for her. D. Built an altar to God. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Genesis 23:2-2. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah, and to weep for her. Question 14. What did Abraham say to reassure Sarah when she laughed at the prophecy of having a son in their old age? A. Is anything too hard for the Lord? B. You will bear a son indeed. C. Let not your disbelief make you doubt. D. The Lord has heard your laughter. Time to think. The right answer is letter Genesis 18:14. Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Question 15. Who did Abraham buy Machpelah from to serve as a burial site for his wife Sarah? A. Nahor. B. Lon. C. Ephron the Hittite. D. Lot. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Genesis 23:16. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron. And Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekel of silver current money with the merchant. Question 16. What was Abraham's chief concern when he was asked to leave his country and go to a land that God would show him? A. Land that God would show him a fear of losing his wealth. B. Fear for his family's safety. C. Leaving his father's household. D. The Bible does not explicitly detail Abraham's concerns about this command. Time to think. The right answer is letter D. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. Book of Genesis 12:1. Question 17. What was the name of Abraham's firstborn son, whom Hagar bore to him? A. Isaac. B. Jacob. C. Ishmael. D. Zimran. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Genesis 16:1-15. And Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael. Question 18. Who did Abraham marry after the death of Sarah, according to the King James Version of the Bible? A. Keturah. B. Hagar. C. Rebekah. D. Rachel. Time to think. Keturah. Book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 1. Then again Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Question 19. What offering did Abraham make to the Lord near the oaks of Mamre as he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day? A. A calf tender and good. B. 7 lambs. C. A grain offering. D. 2 turtle doves. Time to think. The right answer is letter Genesis 18:7. And Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. Question 20. Who did Abraham buy Machpelah from to serve as a burial site for his wife Sarah? A. Nahor. B. Lon. C. Ephron the Hittite. D. Lot. Time to think. The right answer is letter C. Genesis 23:16. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron. And Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekel of silver current money with the merchant. That's amazing journey. Thanks for watching until now, and please subscribe our channel to give us much more motivation for more videos.